What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got some more NBA news to be talking about with you guys. Very recently, it has actually just been confirmed that the Golden State Warriors will be actually working out free agent Darren Collison, and will be kind of hosting this workout within at least the next week. They also have major interest in potentially signing him to a contract, and this is all being reported by Chris Haynes. Now, I believe this to be actually one of the best moves the Golden State Warriors could potentially do. For those of you who might be like, especially some newer fans of NBA who might be like, who's Darren Collison? I wouldn't actually blame you, considering this guy actually hasn't played in a while. Basically, Darren Collison was like a really good rotational point guard in the NBA who played for the Indiana Pacers mainly in his career. He actually played, I believe, 4 seasons with the Pacers in 2 different stints, and had a couple seasons for a couple other different teams here and there as well, but mainly a Pacers player. Basically, he was just a point guard that was a really good, defender at times. Could also be a really nice scorer with the ball, averaging around 11 points per game in his last season, and averaging 6 assists from 40% from 3. He was a really good player, and you might be like, well, why is he not in the NBA anymore if he had such a good season? Basically, the Indiana Pacers, it was reported they actually offered him a $24 million contract over 3 years, so he'd get paid $8 million or so per year. But he actually declined it in favor to retire because of his mental health. So again, that absolutely sucked that he had to retire because of that. It's so, bad. I absolutely hate that he had to go through something like that and had to end his career because of mental health issues. But basically, that was about 2 to 3 years ago now at this point. And since he actually did retire, a lot of teams have been interested. In fact, the Clippers and Lakers actually wanted to, offer him a contract. I believe it was towards the end of the 2020 season when kind of that bubble, of course, was happening. Like, before the bubble started, there was rumors that the Lakers offered him a contract and he declined. Then I believe at the start of 2021 season, so, probably in like October or whatever of 2020 or whenever that season started, I believe he actually sat down with Jeannie Buss, who was the Lakers, she's like one of the Lakers owners, to negotiate a contract, and he actually walked out of it kind of telling her that he's still focusing on his mental health and he's not ready to come out of retirement. That's basically what happened. And since then, we haven't heard any news. He's now 34 years of age, but he'll probably play like a 32-year-old, considering he hasn't played NBA in quite a while. And a lot of teams are still looking to offer him contracts, and it looks like he's ready to return. We've known for quite a while, though, it looks like he really wants to go to a California team. He did some stuff with the Clippers, did some stuff with the Lakers. It just didn't work out and he didn't come back. But I feel like he'd be perfect for the Golden State Warriors. They definitely need a backup point guard that can be a really nice leader and veteran for the team. Like, Darren Collison was a good defender in his time, was a very good offensive player and a good playmaker and a good leader. He had everything you wanted in a point guard, and he even started like a fair bit for the Pacers as well. I think kind of before they got Malcolm Brogdon in, he actually started 76 games for that team, and that was before the Malcolm Brogdon season, I believe. So again, he was absolutely insane, and he even led the league in 3-point percentage in the 2007 and 18 season, shooting about 47% from 3. This dude's field goal is absolutely nuts, and his 3-point percentage as well. A lot of teams have been trying to get him for a long time. The thing is, though, I'm not too sure if he wants to come back on the veteran minimum. I feel like if he wants to come back, he'll probably want some money here and there. I mean, if the Pacers offered him $8 million over 3 years, and I don't think he's regressed, he probably won't have regressed too much in the last 2 years, considering he's just been relaxing, and he'll probably come back ready to go and fully healthy. I would expect the team to maybe bring him in on a 1-year deal on the minimum, but then next off-season extend him to quite a fair bit, because I honestly believe this guy, I think he could come back in the league and maybe play for the Warriors and play 20 minutes per game off the bench. And I legitimately think Darren Collison could legit average 8 points, 6 assists, good defense, and great 3-point percentage. And that's on 20 minutes per game. Any team that would need a veteran backup point guard or something in the next free agency would be looking to offer this guy money. And he's not just a regular 34-year-old player, because a lot of 34-year-old players are down and out. They've had heaps of injuries in their career. They haven't had any rest, and they're looking to retire. Darren Collison hasn't played basketball in 2 years, and will have been fully healthy, you know, in that time in terms of, like, his bones and stuff like that. Hopefully his mental health too. This dude will probably return like a 32-year-old, and when he was 31, he was averaging 11 and 6 on like 40% from 3 on good defense. There's no reason why this guy wouldn't be a good player in the league. Now, I believe the Warriors still do have a mid-level exception, so if he wants $5 million or something like that, if I'm the Warriors, I'm just offering it to him because, like, I think they should do everything they can to bring this guy out of retirement because they really don't have a backup point guard right now. I believe Jordan Poole's probably going to be that guy, but considering Poole's been in some trade talks here and there, who knows what's going to happen there. I don't think they're going to trade him, but I think they're going to keep him as a scorer off the bench, and we'll be looking for a more genuine backup point guard here and there. What's good about Darren Collison is, too, to start off this year, he can probably average around 15 minutes per game. But then towards the end of the year, when they want to rest Steph Curry and that, Collison could probably break out and play like some 30-minute games and just absolutely be a really nice play for the team. So there's no reason why the Golden State Warriors shouldn't go out and get Darren Collison. I think it'd be a weird thing if they didn't. Like, I think it's really up to him. It's up to him whether or not if he wants to come back to the NBA. He has a lot on his plate. He has a lot of mental health issues he's had to deal with in the last 2 years. Whether he wants to come back or not, I think will be very much left to, left to the big question on how that is all, of course, going to go. But then when we look at, how much money he could get offered, like they could offer him a mid-level exception. They could offer him a 2-year deal worth $10 million, $5 million per season. I know a lot of teams really want him because they know how good he is. Even though he's had a big break, if he shows what he can do in this workout, dude, there's no way teams won't offer him big amount of money very soon. So, why not? Why not go out and get Darren Collison? That's what I'm trying to say here. And why wouldn't Darren Collison want to come back to the NBA? Other than mental health, this dude should want to come back. And I at least hope so. Because I miss watching him play. He was like the Pacers player. Like, he was everything the Pacers love in a player. A really good, defender here and there that can be a really nice scorer. Mid-range threat, too. This dude could do it all. He just reminds me of that, like, Pacers player of defense. And then, what they've got now, like the Malcolm Brogdon is a good defender, but then also can be a very good three-point shooter. Darren Collison started that. I'm going to give that props to him. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest NBA and news and NBA content. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channels down below. And of course, don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Of course, don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you guys think the Golden State Warriors should offer Darren Collison a contract? Do you guys think they shouldn't? Of course, I would definitely really like to know. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.